Richard Southern joins us now. Richard, businesses have been warning us about supply chain issues, and now it might impact what ends up on your plate.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you, Erica. I mean, supply chain, it's a complicated term, but, it's really just how a product gets from basically the factory to your doorstep. And that whole mechanism is absolutely clogged up these days. A labor shortage combined with a lack of containers, combined with a surge in online shopping, has caused a huge delay, and it caused a big backlog of those big container ships getting to port and unloading all their supplies. Yeah, this is affecting all sorts of products, but even food. I talked to the head of service-inspired restaurants. They own Jack Astor's in Canyon Creek, and they say they can't source a lot of their products that they need right now.
Calamari is the number one. It's just you can't get your hands on it, and so we most extreme example is I had a shipment on its way from Taiwan, and the ship was halfway here, and the Chinese outbid it, and they turned that thing around and took it all to China. So it's going to be a bit of a problem for a while, I think. We'll do the best we can and look for alternatives.
Erica, some companies are taking this into their own hands. Amazon is reportedly looking to buy used long-range jets to fly products themselves from Asia into North America. So this is kind of a big issue right now.
Wow. Okay. And as restaurants await an announcement on indoor capacity limits, it turns out many are actually struggling to find the staff they need since reopening.
Yeah, I mean, you and I have talked a lot about the labor crunch in the bar and restaurant industry. There's a new report in today on why that might be the case. More than 200,000 bar and restaurants and service sector employees have lost their jobs in Canada during the pandemic. New analysis in today found many of those workers not only found other jobs, but in many cases found better paying jobs elsewhere. The Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives says almost 250,000 hospitality workers have found better work, most common in the tech services industry, followed by the public administration and education services. The report says that perhaps the service industry is not compatible with the post-pandemic labor market because of the low wages. It says the biggest way to bring workers back is, surprise, surprise, offer better wages. I mean, a lot of those employees making less than minimum wage, right, Erica, in the bar and restaurant industry.
And finally, Purolator is gearing up for the holiday season with a hiring blitz.
Yeah, I mean, this speaks to, again, to, we're ordering so many things online, right? And Purolator needs to deliver a lot of them. This is the shipping company, majority owned by Canada Post. They're looking to hire 2,400 people ahead of Christmas. They're also going to buy new vehicles. They have those little electric ones we're looking at now. Purolator says it expects its workers to handle 54 million packages from the start of November to the end of December, which would be a 10% increase from last year. In the week leading up to Christmas, it's bracing itself, it says, for 7.1 million packages in that week alone. Purolator says, Eric, it's also going to offer additional pickup locations and drop-off locations at places like condominiums. It's also going to install more kiosks in Metrolink transit stations. I think the takeaway here is to start thinking about Christmas already and get your shopping going, Erica.
I know, and even the retail stores, I saw the Bay already was putting out all of their holiday decorations, but you got to think about it now because it's going to be crazy based on what you just said there, yeah.
You know what else is going to be crazy? It is every day. Our interesting stories of the day, chat, Erica. At 6:40, we got some doozies coming up. We'll see you back there at 6:40.
All right, thanks, Richard. We'll see you then.
Thanks.